here. I think there's 2 minutes to go for close. So we're down 200 points, 21,500, 511 or so is where we are at. Nifty Bank down 700 plus points. So Nifty Bank ending firmly below the short-term 20-day moving average. And losses coming through, if you look at sectors in PSU banks, FMCG and the metals indices. So that's where bulk of the pressure was.
Well, the Nifty may close above the 21,500 mark, but intraday it's breached it. So today's low is 21,492, lower than the low that we had last week. The big drags came in from the PSU banking index, 2.4% lower, FMCG down 1.7%, as the Q3 business updates from Marico, Godrej Consumer failed to enthuse the street. The Nifty banking index itself down, IT not providing support today. I think the only sector, actually there was no sectoral index which closed in the green. Realty was holding up for a greater part of the day, but the Realty index also in the final tick is actually down 0.1%. So no sectoral index in the red.
Yeah, absolutely. And one day where, you can't say that mid-caps were seeing traction and they were outperforming the large cap indices. That wasn't to be the case. A lot of selling, advance decline ratio quite negative, and the mid-cap index down by about 1%. The selling was very pronounced in the PSU part of the market because that's rallied the most. So if you look at it, I mean, your NMDC or your other, Nalco, Hudco, Aircon, all these names had a fair amount of red. Banks, of course, Bandhan was the lead in terms of a unusually large 8% fall. Bank of Baroda on the quarterly update, down 4% as their deposits haven't grown. Then you had Hindustan Copper, the stock rallied a lot last week, so it was coming off. So basically lots of profit taking in the PSU side of the market. However, I want to end on an optimistic note, talk about some gainers. We had Gurmeet just talk about discretionary consumption still being intact. So look at Kalyan Jewellers, 4% up over there. Trident has ended on a 20% circuit, by the way. More of a sort of international story with a lot of exports as part of their business. But anyway, Honasa is up 6.5%. So some of these stocks really stood out. Electra Green Tech had another good day, 4.5% up. So yeah, down, but then you have these few movers and shakers on the upside as well. But largely speaking, yes, a weak start to the week.
Well, with that, it's a wrap and closing bell. Markets Forward comes up next.
For more news and updates, all you need to do is follow CNBC-TV18 on all of our digital platforms.